Hey there, Big Spring. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Logan.
We're here with your Channel 3 news. Seniors, check your email to vote for prom court. Voting will end Thursday at midnight.
Prom is right around the corner, so here are the details you need to know.
Attention students, the following application deadlines are fast approaching. Please make sure completed applications are returned to the counseling office by their due dates. The West Shore Chamber of Commerce Junior Leadership applications are due Monday, April 25th, and the Hack College and the high school applications are due Friday, April 29th. Any student going to New York City for the Bookends Literary Trip on Friday, stop by Ms. Schneider's room, 337, and get a sheet of last-minute instructions, which include a rundown on what to wear in light of the weather forecast.
And now to Morgan with your sports.
Hey Big Spring, I'm Morgan here with your sports. Sports scores. Both baseball and softball teams took on Ship yesterday afternoon. Varsity baseball lost 12-2, JV won 7-3, varsity softball lost 7-3, JV softball lost 18-3. Track against James Buck last night. Girls won 117-33 and the boys lost 95-55. The theme for Thursday's baseball game against Boiling Springs is Hawaiian. Make sure to come support our boys as they take on the Bubblers. There will be a limited supply of layas and hula skirts available at the game. Preseason has just begun for fall sports. Check out this story by Lizzie and Logan on the changes between preseason years ago and now.
Spring, I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Logan. Check out this feature story that we did about preseason. We recently talked with athletes that are current and former about their views on preseason.
The fall sports preseason and workouts are now officially underway. Beginning almost 7 months before the official start of season, fall sport athletes are now participating in preseason and workouts to improve themselves for their team.
The changes between now and the years before are either helping athletes or unenabling them to be the best they can be. The school sports system begins to allow athletes to play many sports, but many require year-round work in order for an athlete to become the best they can be in one sport and eventually play into college years.
The flexibility of choosing one sport allows many athletes to excel by improving their skills through preseason and club sports. Athletes who participate in multiple sports find it hard to attend preseason and workouts because of their dedication to other teams. Sophomore goalie Johanna Burrell on the field hockey team shares her views on preseason.
Do you attend preseason?
I always go to the summer preseason, and then right now we have spring lifting and open fields, but I'm busy with track, so I have to wait until after track, and then I'll start attending those.
Do you find it hard to make all preseason practices because of other obligations?
Yeah, sometimes the preseason, especially like the morning practices, my parents are at work in the summer, and I can't drive, so it's hard to find a ride to be there.
Some athletes who have the time to attend preseason workouts are all for the topic of preparing and improving before the beginning of the season.
Freshman football linebacker Jared Johnson shares.
Do you think preseason is necessary this early in the year?
Our coaches have a saying, and it's champions are made in the off season. So the sooner you start, the more you're learning and the better you're getting to be prepared for the season.
But high school preseason hasn't always been this way. Preseason has adapted to new tactics by beginning earlier and going harder to prepare for their athletes.
Denise Logan, a former high school sports fanatic and current athlete mother, shares her insight on preseason when she was in high school.
I played for Mount Dora High School in Mount Dora, Florida. I played volleyball, basketball, softball, and track.
Did you participate in any preseason workouts before the start of your season?
Yes, each of our sports did have a preseason, but it was only about 3 or 4 weeks before the first game or meet. It was never anything like it is today, where you're playing a sport 3 or 4 months before a meet or a game would happen.
Do you think athletes spend more time in their sport that they play now than before?
Yes, now athletes are expected to choose one sport and to do it year round. When I was in high school, you could do multiple sports. You could do 4 or 5 sports a year. In fact, you could even do 2 sports at one time when I was in high school.
Mr. Gutschall, or better known to his athletes, Coach Gutschall, tells about his good times from his wrestling career and how he prepares his athletes now.
Preseason was a little different then because, well, it was a little different for me too. Wrestling wise, I didn't get a lot of preseason because I played football too. I lifted with a football team at that time, and I would wrestle in summer tournaments. It's a lot different now. There's a lot more opportunities than there were back then.
And how long have you been coaching wrestling?
I've been coaching here for 15 years. I've been a head coach for 3.
Okay, and do you think your athletes spend more time in their sport now than when they did when you attended high school?
Definitely. I have guys that wrestle during the season. They wrestle 7 days a week. In the off season, they probably wrestle 2 or 3 nights a week. Plus, they all lift. So they spend a lot of time.
Preseason has changed in many ways from before. The workouts have now adapted to begin earlier before the actual season to better improve athletes to help them to be the best they can be. Preseason beginning earlier has affected athletes by overlapping with other sports seasons. The changes between now and then also helps athletes to stay in shape and improve themselves, as each sport is different and training is different in many ways. The multiple sport athletes of today almost never get a break, just like the times before, although you could play multiple sports at the same time in the same season before. The changes between now and then have truly impacted athletes for the better.
Now to Madonna with your weather.
I'm Madonna, here with your weather. Today it will be sunny with a high of 55. Tonight it will be partly cloudy with some patchy frost. The low will be 35 degrees. On Thursday it will be mostly sunny with a high of 61. Back to Kayla and Logan with your Channel 3 News.
On Monday, April 25th, Colonel Sober from Shippensburg University will be holding a workshop during B-Lunch to discuss the ROTC program. ROTC stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps and is a college-based officer training program training commission officers of the U.S. Armed Forces. College students who complete this program will graduate college and receive their commission as lieutenants or ranked equivalents in their branch of your choice. If you are interested in attending and learning more about his great program, please log into FlexTime and sign up for his workshop.
Albright College will be visiting us April 28th at 9:00 a.m. If you would like to know more about Albright College and the majors they offer, please come to the guidance office to sign up.
Spring Reading Challenge. Do you love treats from the Growler? Would you like some for free? From March 18th to April 29th, for every book you read, fill out a ticket, place the ticket in a can. Cans are found around the school and look for posters at various classroom doors. On May 2nd, a drawing will be held and 3 winners will receive gift certificates to the Growler Cafe.
Be on the lookout for this special event sponsored by the One Stop Dog Shop.
Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too
You can keep up to date with your high school news by following us on Twitter at BSHSCH3, liking our Facebook page at BSHS Newsroom, and reading the latest articles at BSHSpawprint.com.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Logan.
See ya.
Bye, Big Spring.